Happy Monday, everybody. My name is Brandon Rosa. Welcome to episode 299. Yes, one away from 300 of the Xbox in 10 podcast. Your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covered in around 10 minutes. Every Monday, this podcast covers new game releases, the previous week's gaming news, and we all learn an Xbox-related fun fact together. The show is on YouTube and podcast services around the world, so please subscribe to your favorite and leave a review. Xboxin10.com, no numbers, is your quick source for links to all of our podcast destinations and social media profiles, which you can follow at Xboxin10. To start, let's talk game releases. The games out last week were Tomb Raider 4 through 6 Remastered, as well as Sid Meier's Civilization 7. The games coming out this week include Avowed, Blow It Up, Lost Records Bloom and Rage, Pea Flowers, Build Lands, Fruit Adventure Realms, Cabernet, Jumpman, Police Shootout, Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Tacticats, X Out Resurfaced, Caverit, Damn, Dolmenjord Viking Islands, Please Be Happy, and Racing the Gods Beyond Horizons. Now it's last week's biggest news stories, and we have 6 to cover this week. Number 1, Roundup, all the Xbox reveals from February 2025's Sony State of Play. Fraser Gilbert at Pure Xbox writes, PlayStation's State of Play event for February 2025 included a bunch of games that are also coming to Xbox, including the likes of Sonic Racing Crossworlds, Borderlands 4, Shinobi Art of Vengeance, and a whole lot more. If any other games get Xbox confirmations in the near future, we'll update this list accordingly. So let's get to it. Here are the Xbox reveals from February 2025's Sony State of Play event. Shinobi Art of Vengeance announced trailer. Play as Joe Miyashi in a new 2D action platformer that marks the return of the iconic Shinobi franchise, battle challenging enemies, and epic bosses in a unique, hand-drawn world on August 29th, 2025. Sonic Racing Crossworlds announced trailer. Race across land, air, sea, and space and time in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, warp through travel rings into new dimensions, where something new awaits around every twist and turn. Speed to victory solo or as a team in a variety of offline and online modes, and compete against players from around the world. Digimon Story Time Stranger announced trailer. Embark on a journey alongside gods, heroes, and monsters of bygone eras. The anomalies known as Digimon the Digimon Story series returns with a new entry, Time Stranger. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii demo announcement. Play the Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii demo on Series X and S and Steam. Available now. Splitgate 2 Open Alpha teaser trailer. Splitgate 2 is back and bigger than ever. Join the Open Alpha on console and PC beginning February 27th. Borderlands 4 release date reveal. Break free in Borderlands 4 on September 23rd, 2025. Get a glimpse of some new movement abilities, devastating action skills, and killer loot that awaits you on the dangerous new planet Kairos. Directive 8020 story trailer. The brave astronauts of the Cassiopeia embark on a deadly mission to save humanity, but their ship is infected by an alien lifeform that perfectly imitates its prey. Releasing October 2nd, 2025. Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny pre-order trailer. Reclaim your destiny in the remastered classic. Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny is coming to Xbox One on May 23rd, 2025. Warriors Abyss launch trailer. Take command of historic and masterful warriors by challenging countless swarms of enemies through victory and defeat. Traverse the merciless trials of hell. Released today. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater release date trailer. Discover the origin of the iconic military operative Snake and begin to unravel the plot of the legendary Metal Gear series. Releasing August 28th, 2025. Darwin's Paradox reveal trailer. Tap into your octopus instincts to sneak through hostile territories patrolled by the very human and definitely not alien UFood Inc. Using Darwin's sucker-lined arms to maneuver past foes, players must use the mastery of the mollusk to deceive and distract with camouflage and carefully timed ink shots, utilizing the environment to gain the advantage. Hell Is Us release date trailer. Discover Hell Is Us, an action-adventure game set in a war-torn country where players must unravel the mysteries of their past and confront the human darkness that fuels the chaos. Releasing September 4th, 2025. Lies of P Overture release date trailer. Cross the bounds of time in Lies of P Overture, a dramatic prequel that transports you back to Krat in the unseen grandeur on the verge of collapse. Follow the path of the legendary Stalker, uncover hidden secrets, and endure relentless battles that will define the past and future of Lies of P. Releasing September 4th, 2025. Tides of Annihilation first reveal trailer. Unleash the power of mythical spectral knights battle colossal foes and iconic landmarks, and uncover the truth behind the Grey Fog, and this thrilling action-adventure inspired by Arthurian legend. Can you master Gwendolyn's powers and decide the fate of two worlds? Abiotic Factor. Abiotic Factor is a survival crafting experience for 1 to 6 players set in the depths of an underground research facility. Caught between paranormal containment failure, a military crusade, and chaos from a dozen realms, the world's greatest minds must survive against the universe's biggest threats. Releasing summer 2025 and into Game Pass. Blueprints. Welcome to Mount Holly, where every dawn unveils a new mystery. Navigate through shifting corridors and ever-changing chambers in the genre-defying strategy puzzle adventure. But will your unpredictable path lead you to the rumored Room 46? Releasing spring 2025 and into Game Pass. Metal Eden reveal trailer. Metal Eden, an adrenaline rush sci-fi FPS, will be released on May 6, 2025 on PC, Series X and S, and PlayStation 5. A game with unique gameplay mechanics such as core ripping, it's time to unleash your hyperpower. And lastly, Mind's Eye gameplay trailer. Play as Jacob Diaz, an elite former soldier fitted with the Mind's Eye, a mysterious neural implant that haunts him with fragmented memories of a covert mission that changed his life forever. Fight to uncover the truth in a world where AI, high-tech experimentation, and unchecked military power shape every encounter. You know, I gotta say, a lot of people were very down on this state of play, but I thought it was pretty good. No crazy announcements, especially for the Xbox fans, but we just went over it. There was certainly a lot here. The one that stood out to me was Mind's Eye that we just talked about, with the former Grand Theft Auto Rockstar developers working on that game. And I think the biggest thing that will maybe take away from what we can expect for this year with the biggest game that's going to come out in the next 5 years, Grand Theft Auto 6. Since 2K also is publishing Borderlands 4, they announced the release date of September 23rd. That would lead you to believe that they wouldn't want GTA 6 to cannibalize Borderlands 4 sales. So, are we getting GTA 6 at the end of October or November? That is where my money is now going. Number 2, Diablo 4 won't have annual expansions after all. Tyler Culp at Polygon writes. The next Diablo 4 expansion won't be out in 2025 in spite of the studio's previous comments about releasing them annually. Speaking at the DICE Summit in Las Vegas via Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, Diablo General Manager Rod Ferguson said the follow-up to 2024's Vessel of Hatred expansion won't be out until 2026. Quote, in his DICE Summit presentation today on building a resilient live service, Diablo GM Rod Ferguson emphasized serving the game over the plan, end quote. A Blizzard spokesperson told Polygon, quote, to that, we are excited to share that we are in development on our second expansion for Diablo 4, which will debut in 2026, end quote. A few months after Diablo 4 launch in 2023, Ferguson told Dexerto that new expansion releases would be annual. When asked about that statement in 2024 GameSpot interview, he certainly wavered. Quote, our players deserve to have more content and more ways to play, but in terms of what's the cadence and the right amount is not something I can talk about today, end quote. Wanted to highlight that for the many millions of people that are still playing Diablo 4, a game I have yet to still check out. Number 3, Overwatch 2 is adding a CSGO style mode and bringing back loot boxes. Quentin Kennemer at The Verge writes, Overwatch 2 is getting quite the shakeup in 2025 as it faces growing competition from other online shooters. It starts with the Season 15 update that's coming on February 18th that'll tease a new hero and introduce an in-game perk system for existing ones, plus the return of the 6v6 competitive queues Blizzard tested late last year. There's also the return of loot boxes, and then in April, a Counter-Strike-like mode, 2 new characters, and a revamped ranked queue that lets you ban heroes and vote on maps. If you want to learn more, go check out the story, but I did want to highlight this in an already busy news week. Crazy that Overwatch is reintroducing loot boxes. However, it appears that you cannot spend real money to purchase these, but only unlocking loot boxes through earning in-game rewards. So I guess that's how they're going to justify their existence. However, this stadium mode that is like a Counter-Strike Lite seems pretty cool. Not something I want to check out. I'm all in a Marvel Rivals. Not going to be touching you anytime soon, Mr. Overwatch. Number 4, Xbox Game Pass is reportedly adding a classic Call of Duty soon. Sean Gary at True Achievements writes, Microsoft has been taking its sweet time adding Activision Blizzard games to Game Pass since it acquired the company in 2023, but it sounds like another title is finally on the way. New reports claim 2009's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is joining Xbox Game Pass in the coming months, which means you'll soon be able to replay one of the best Xbox FPS games and pop some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 achievements with your subscription once more. After those Call of Duty PC ports appeared out of nowhere, it seems that Microsoft is finally ready to start adding some classic Call of Duty games to Game Pass. As reported by Xbox Era and corroborated by Insider Gaming, 2009's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 will join Game Pass in either March or April. If true, this will be the first classic Call of Duty game to join the service. So far, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 6 are the only games from the FPS series to be included in Game Pass. For those who are not familiar, this is the game that I most likely have the most multiplayer time on ever in my life. This came out in primetime high school with me and my buddies, and we basically played every night, game battles, everything. Magical memories. However, it does stink because it seems like a lot of servers are hacked when you go back to play multiplayer. A buddy of mine last year went and played this game together, and it did reset my prestige a couple of ranks, and I don't know what that means. So, buyer beware, be careful of hacked servers, you might lose some of your historical series prestige. Number 5, Xbox reporter says Series X and S successor has been fully approved by Microsoft. Ben Carey at Pure Xbox writes, roughly a year ago, Xbox president Sarah Bond suggested that Microsoft was building an all-powerful next-gen console, and it's now reported that the project has been fully greenlit and approved by the company in recent times. That's coming from Windows Central reporter Jez Corden, who dropped a little nugget of information in a recent article on the future of Xbox first-party releases. Corden mentioned that Xbox's next console hardware has now moved past its early pitch stages and has been fully approved and costed by Microsoft. Quote, I've recently been told that Xbox's next-gen console hardware has now moved past its early pitch stages and has been fully approved and costed all the way up the chain, end quote. Corden goes on to say that he doubts Xbox will reveal its hardware strategy anytime soon, which perhaps answers our recent talking point question about exactly when Microsoft will reveal the next-gen Xbox. The majority of PX users said that 2026 in the Associated poll, so maybe next year is the one for properly talking about Xbox's next-gen console. I have said on the show that I thought we might get a tease at the Game Awards at the end of last year for the next-gen, since that's what they did with the original Series X. However, let's repeat that. I do expect Xbox to have some type of teaser if the console is going to release in 2026, which lots of signs are pointing that way. I think they very much want to get ahead of Sony with the PlayStation 6, but maybe now, since Sony did release the PlayStation 5 Pro, seemingly Sony wouldn't be able to go again for the PS6 until the earliest 2027, so maybe Xbox feels they do have more time to dial this in. And number 6, Crysis 4 development pause as Crytek announces layoffs. Sean Carey at True Achievements writes, development on Crysis 4 is on hold. Crytek has announced that the upcoming Xbox first-person shooter has been shelved and that it plans to lay off around 60 employees from across its development and shared services teams. The bullet points, Crytek is laying off around 60 employees to remain, quote, financially sustainable, end quote. Development on Crysis 4 was paused in Q3 2024, and Crytek says it remains committed to Hunt Showdown 1896 and has plans to expand and evolve the multiplayer game. Sad to see for all those who are affected by the job loss. I believe it was Crytek 2 back on the 360 that I remember playing and really enjoying, and I've also not ever checked out Hunt Showdown, so sad to see for all those who have been affected. As always, we end our show with a fun fact about Xbox, and since we mentioned Borderlands 4 earlier, here's a fun fact about the series. Credit to thegamer.com. Did you know Borderlands 2 had more Shakespeare references than any other game not about Shakespeare? Borderlands as a franchise is generally full of pop culture references, but there's also a ton of literature references you might have missed if you didn't major in English Lit. To start, there's Hamlet, which for some reason the psychos inhabiting Pandora love to quote. In fact, occasionally one will recite the entire "Oh, that this too sullied flesh would melt" soliloquy from Act 1, Scene 2 of Hamlet, and he nails it. Goliath, upon dying, will sometimes say, "Good night, sweet prince," another Hamlet reference. And then there's the weapon inscription on the Morning Star, the sniper rifle that berates the player for using it, which says "A rose by any other name," which is a reference to Romeo and Juliet. I guess they like to mix in the Shakespearean reference amongst all of their toilet humor. I absolutely loved Borderlands 1, played a ton of Borderlands 2 and never finished, and haven't touched this series since. If Borderlands 4 gets glowing reviews, maybe it'll be finally time I jump back into one. Thank you all for listening to the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covered in around 10 minutes. If you like the show, please subscribe on your favorite podcast service, share it with your friends, leave a review, and follow on all social media at Xbox in 10. This past week, I just haven't had any time to game. Work has been crazy, and I've been trying to marathon, I know, all of the Marvel Netflix shows ahead of the Daredevil season premiere on March 4th. It's been a slog at times, it's been really enjoyable at times, but damn it if I'm not spending a ton of time with these characters. This weekend I should finish the finale of The Defenders, and I still have 5 more seasons of shows to go. My name is Brandon Rose. You can follow me on Xbox at Broza93. Hope you all have a great week. Stay safe. Keep on gaming.